Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm your cooking guide. So today we have been cooking a lot of stuff. So last thing we're cooking today is pork chops, but before we do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and do a mushroom sauce with it. So we're going to start with 1 cup of water, and then I've got the Better Than Bullion chicken. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of this. If you have the Italian, go ahead and use that. Or you can just use regular chicken broth. So give that a quick stir, and then we're going to go ahead and throw this in the pan. And then while this is heating up, we are going to go ahead and get started sauteing our onions and mushrooms. Probably would have been better if I would have started the whole grill. But anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of the oil on this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a tablespoon of butter as well. Pop that in there. So if you have not ever heard of a sous vide, it is a French cooking technique. And that's how I actually did our pork chops. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the sous vide looks like while we're making our sauce. So the sous vide is great because you can put your meat in ahead of time, walk out the door, you don't have to worry about it. You can have your pork chops in for an hour, you can have them in for 4 hours, and it only cooks to the temperature that you set it at. I like mine a little bit medium, so we went ahead and cooked it at 145 for an hour, but it does not get that sear. So what we're going to do is sear them off on our Blackstone. So we got 1 cup of broth. We've got 1/3 cup of heavy cream. This is actually what's going to help get our thickness in this. And then I just have some fresh Italian herbs. You could actually use, they don't have to be fresh. You can just use any kind of Italian herbs. And then we're going to go ahead and give this a quick mix. Next, I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. You're going to want to pre-mix this. This is what's going to actually thicken up this sauce, but if you put that cornstarch in just plain, you're going to get lumps that you can't get out. So let's go ahead and get that going. So we're just basically looking for our onions and mushrooms to cook down, heat up a little bit. I don't like mine cooked till they're super mushy. I actually kind of enjoy them a little al dente to give a little bit of crunch. So now that we've got that going, let's go ahead and cover our sauce. Gives that just a little bit of a chance to season. So if you come down here, so this is a sous vide. So you can get these on Amazon between $100 and $200. And all you're going to do is put them in your pork chops in a Ziploc bag. You can do steaks. You can pretty much any kind of meat, potatoes. You've got lots of options. So these are actually already pre-cooked because they've already been in here in an hour. But when they come out, they're kind of like white, and we're not looking for that. We want to go ahead and get a nice sear on them. And this is honestly the most, well, the dogs are going to have fun with that. As I see Peter Parker is going to enjoy that awesomeness. Yeah, well, it happens, guys. And I know you're sitting at home and like thinking I'm a professional chef, and I'm like, oh my God, you would be wrong. But I am good at it. I just, I cook like you guys do at home. Well, hopefully you cook better than I do, but I'm going to go ahead and move these pork chops over to the hottest spot on our grill. I want to cook these at a high temperature. And then while this sauce is boiling and it's starting to thicken up, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of Parmesan cheese in here. So this has been my day all day. If you've been watching the videos today, you can kind of see. Now, when I do Parmesan, you can buy the pre-cut stuff, but to me, there's no substitute for actually just taking a little extra time, getting a little bit better Parmesan, and then just going ahead and grating it in yourself. As I continue to trip over the dog as he's eating pork chop juice, which I'm sure to him tastes super amazing. So our sauce is starting to thicken up, especially now that we've added that cheese and the cornstarch. You can see we're getting a nice sear on the chops, which is exactly what we're looking for. So with this meal, we are actually doing, I did a sriracha green beans. I did homemade stuffing with Italian dressing that is to die for. So make sure I'll put in the links, the rest of the things that we made today. That way you can go ahead and see what we've been cooking. So, all right. So this sauce will get a little thicker as it cooks, but with everything, you want to go ahead and taste your stuff as you're going to find out if you need a little salt, a little pepper, a little bit more Italian seasoning. Actually, this is about perfect. This is exactly what I want. So, I'm going to go ahead, pop down my pork chop. I'm probably going to let this sauce cook a little bit longer, but I just want to show you what it's going to look like. Going ahead and having that. Stepped on the dog since he's still trying to eat the sauce. And actually, I am going to go ahead and throw a little bit of salt in this. And a little bit of pepper too. But let's go ahead and check out our pork chop. So if you haven't tried a Sous Vide, you're going to have to. I mean, it's a really affordable tool. It's nice. It's small. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And you can see that the pork chops have been cooked perfectly, so. These pork chops are fine just the way they are, but I really do enjoy having a little sauce with our meat. So go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Eat happy.